Back to another album review. Now, for the next 6 reviews, I'll be talking about material from one of the most popular bands in the world. This band in particular happens to be called Foo Fighters. Now, Foo Fighters is a band that Dave Grohl formed in Seattle in '94 after the untimely death of Kurt Cobain and the dissolution of Nirvana. Now, the band was originally a one-man project for Dave assembled a full band together in '95, where Dave originally wanted Chris Novoselic to be in the band, but they both decided against this. Instead, Dave got Nate Mendel on bass, William Goldsmith on drums, and Pat Smear on lead guitar. I was actually fortunate enough to see Foo Fighters in concert on the night of back in April 25th, 2018, during their Concrete and Gold World Tour. I apologize for the quality of the video because we were sitting really far away. Anyways, I really enjoyed that concert. They played for 2.5 hours. Today I'm going to be reviewing their self-titled debut album from '95. Before I start talking about the album, I need to mention that Dave was really depressed after the death of Kurt Cobain, and even got to the point where it was difficult for him to play instruments or even listen to music. He even considered leaving the music industry, even after receiving deals to be the drummer in bands such as Danzig or Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Though he declined those offers, because it would have reminded him of being in Nirvana. Instead, he decided to start his own project. Now, this album was recorded at Robert Lang Studios between October 14th and 20th of '94. It was released on July 4th, '95 under Roswell Records and Capitol Records. It was produced by both Dave Grohl and Barrett Jones. Amazingly, Dave did all the instrumentals for the most part. We'll talk about that once we get to the songs. After finishing the recordings, he chose the name Foo Fighters in order to protect his identity. He also chose the name after UFOs that were supposedly spotted during World War II. He later passed cassette recordings to friends. This attracted major label interest, and Dave signed a deal with Capitol Records and recruited a full band for live performances. In order to promote the album, Foo Fighters went on their first tour in the spring of '95. Now it's time to talk about the songs. This album starts with "This Is a Call." So it's the first single from the band and was released on June 19th, '95, which was less than a month before the album was released. It's actually one of the few songs on this album that doesn't date back to the days when Nirvana were together. Instead, it was written in the summer of '94. The song is mainly centered around grunge, punk rock, and even power pop. It's also a great way to start the album. The next song is called "I'll Stick Around." The song was later released as a single on September 4th, '95. The song also contains elements about both grunge and post-grunge. It also received a music video directed by Jerry Casale, who was known for being a member of Devo, and even directing some of their music videos. The video only cost $60,000 to make, and I'll post a link to it in the description. What's funny is that the video was featured on Beavis and Butthead, and Butthead even recognized Dave Grohl as a drummer for Nirvana. And it's also kind of funny that Beavis and Butthead seem to have responded positively to the video. After that is "Big Me," which was later released as a single on February 25th, '96. I'd like to mention that this song received a music video that parodies old Mentos commercials, and I'll post a link in the description. But Dan also plays the song all the time on his radio show. The next song is "Alone Plus Easy Target," which was released as a promo single in '96. The single was only sent to radio stations across America. Read online that Dave wrote and recorded the song in its original demo form in '91 for Kurt Cobain during a break in between touring for the hugely successful Nevermind album, which I reviewed a couple weeks ago. That's followed by "Good Grief," "Floaty," "Weenie Beanie," and "Oh George," which are all memorable songs. The next song is "For All the Cows," which is later released as a single on November 20th, '95. I don't really have much to say about this song, but it is pretty memorable. After that is "Ecstatic," What's interesting about the songs that feature is Greg Dooley on guitar, and Greg is well known for working with other artists such as the Afghan Wigs, the Twilight Singers, and the Gar Twins. Hell, he's even done some solo work, but that's a different story. After that is Watershed. The final song on this album is called Exhausted, which was released as a promo single on June 12th, 95. The song is known for being the first Foo Fighters song ever to be released to the public, and premiered on January 8th, 95 on Eddie Vedder's Self Pollution radio broadcast. They wrote the song back in days of when Nirvana were together. It's also from when some songs would be tried out with Nirvana. Read that Kurt Cobain liked the song, but shied away from the idea of recording it because he didn't really feel comfortable replacing Dave's lyrics with his own. The song is still a great way to end the album. One thing I need to mention is that the Japanese version of this album has 2 bonus tracks, Winnebago and Podunk. The special Oz Tour edition also has those songs along with How I Miss You, Ozone, which is an Ace Frehley cover, as well as live versions of For All the Cows and Watershed. As you can see, those songs are not on this version of the album. Now, from what I read, is that this album was received very well from critics, and rightfully so. The song also peaked at number 23 on the Billboard 200, so it was later certified platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America with over 1.3 million copies sold. Personally, I really enjoy this album and listen to it every now and then. I'll see it as a great way to start the legacy of one of the most popular bands in the world. I highly recommend it. That's all I have to say on this album. If you like the video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And be sure to hit the notification bell to be notified of future uploads. You can also follow me on social media, and there's links in the description. Leave a comment if you like. Thanks for watching. I'm back on Saturday with another review.